What's up, guys? Time to show off a Kraken build. Hopefully everyone likes this. This one was done in a bead blasted case. So we've got a bead blasted 350 case with some slight marks added into it to distress it a little bit of brushing going around it. Bead blasted Kraken engraved crown, and a bead blasted Kraken engraved caseback. Also, we did a matching preview buckle, same style. You've got a cerakoted and lasered dial and bezel insert. So this is done in kind of like a, I don't know how to quite reference it because it does have a little bit of a shift to it. You can see in the insert how it was just applied. So you've got a decent blue to like battleship gray kind of color. Okay, Google, volume down. Lasered out pips all the way around, blue anodized hands with a white Ranger seconds hand. You have a blue PVD coin bezel. And then this is on a wristband strap. Let's see, did I even... Yeah, wristband strap. This is done in like a nice, I don't know, it's like, it's brown, right? But it's also like a gray kind of brown that kind of goes nicely just all together. You've got your inlays in here that are also in a nice looking gray that match up with it well. But good looking distressed brown. And it's not like a black stitch, but it is a super dark gray stitch. It kind of matches this inlay in here. So all in all, it was just one that I sat there and I was like, I don't know. It goes with it nicely. So, but I don't know how to quite describe the colors in it. But that is the build. Automatic movement in here. You just can't see it. Autographed rotor. It's inside there, I promise. Bezel on this will turn left, it'll turn right. It is not a tension ring bezel, so it does not click or anything along those lines. We'll go either direction. Lasered Kraken at the top. Automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder. But if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it just a little bit. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. Yeah, there it is. It comes off the threads. So if you ever get a little bit of play there where it hasn't come off, just keep winding it off. It will pop right off. A wind is a turn this way. Turning it towards you doesn't wind it, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and just go back and forth. If you do that for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, that mixed with your rotor movement in the back will keep your time throughout the day. If you are not going to be active at all, driving, sitting at a desk, etc., make sure you just go ahead and do it for another 10 seconds or so. And the reason that I go back and forth is because if you're just doing these single winds, you can get it over just a little bit where it's starting on the threads. But if you're going back and forth, if you start that, you'll kick it right back off, and you'll know to put a little bit of pressure pulling it out. So that's why I do that. If you do it like this, if you do it just perfect, you won't get it started. But if it does, it's a lot easier to just take it right back off and just keep going. So I just hit it right there, so I was able to back it right off and just keep going. So that's the only reason I do that. If you do that for that 15 seconds, you're going to max out your 31-hour power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. When you're happy with your winding, you're going to pull it to the one and only click. You'll notice it does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going on you. You'll also notice you've got a wobble crown. This deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, so when you're pushing and prying on it, you are not putting any adverse pressure on anything. Now you can set your time. Okay, Google, what time is it? It's 2:35 p.m. All right, when you're good there, you're going to push it over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. And that is your build. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. Wife was able to find some nice silver that look really close to these bead blast. That's some good looking lapis in there. It's going to come in a blue Kraken box. So come with watch cleaner. This is a foamer. It's good on all glass and metal, so everything here in the center. Non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue, as well as a microfiber with that. Also come with leather conditioner to keep that strap perfectly soft. If you ever feel that the strap is not as soft, apply it on the front and back, let it soak in, remove any excess. A little bit will go a long way. Use a rag or something different than one of your microfibers. And then lastly, you're going to get some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It is like Polywatch. It's for your acrylic glass because you can scratch it, but if you do, you'll put a tiny bit of that on it and buff it out with your color matching microfiber. So if the scratch is up and down, just go left and right, filling that scratch. Haze it, buff it out, make sure it's gone. If it's not, wait a little bit and then revisit it. You want to make sure that you are letting that solidify and building up that scratch and refilling in that acrylic. So that is the build. If it's going to you, thank you so much for your support. I hope you love it. Lots of bead blast going on, which I always think gives it a great look. Because worst case scenario, you scratch bead blast and it just gives it a shinier silver look to it, which is also kind of cool too. So even if you scratch it a little bit out here, it just makes it look like something it should. So if it's going to you, congrats again. I appreciate your support. If you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe, because I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.